Hello and welcome to Red Deck's Modding. Today I want to showcase my side panel that if you have a 3D printer, you can get the plans from me to build one just like it for around maybe $50 in parts. Okay, so let's go ahead and explain this a little bit. If we come down into the settings and we go to our gamepad, right now this is my auto drive settings, but I'm just going to pick one in here to show you how this works. So if you click on here and then you press a button, you can map that button to that function. So I'm just going to press this button here, and you see that's button number 26. And now I'm going to activate this toggle switch up here at the top, and I'm going to press that button again, and you see it's button number 29. So this toggle switch up here switches all of these levers and buttons to a second position, giving you double the amount of things that you can control. These toggle switches are two position switches, so they can switch up and they can switch down. This row here, however, only works in the up positions. I didn't have enough inputs on the Arduino board to do any more than that. So let's go ahead and try one of these to show you that that is button number 4 if you press it up. That is button number 1 if you press it down. And if you press the toggle switch and then press button number 1 down, it's button number 15. And we press it up, it's button number 26. The same goes for the levers. So if you push this button, this lever up, that's button number 5. And if you activate the toggle and press it up, that's button number 13, or actually lever number 13. So the order is down is 1, up is 5, down is 2, down is 3, down is 4, and of course up on the last lever is button number 8. And of course, to clear anything, you simply hit the delete or backspace on your keyboard and you remove the mapping. So this gives us all kinds of capabilities, and let's go back in here and unpause the game. And here we are at the frontier map that is been modified, if you will, to include a factory for producing furniture, which I located over here by the sawmill. And here we have the different functions, different products from the sawmill. And some of the tools, the wood chips that I have made available. So, to show you how this all works, we're going to get into the forklift over here, and we're going to pick up some of the wood and deliver it just to give you an idea how this works with the side panel. Alright, so when we want to operate the forklift, I have mapped that function to this button right, this lever right here. So when I push the lever down, the forklifts come down. And now I can drive forward. And push the lever up. And I can pull the forklift back, and then excuse me, give you a different view of it. We can now deliver our product to the factory to make furniture. So if you have a skid loader like this one, it works similarly. There's nothing, it's not been mapped. So let's try another vehicle. Let's find this one here, for example. Now I have this toggle switch here mapped to the Q button. And if you flip the toggle, not the toggle, but the rocker switch up here, I have these two buttons mapped to turn on the mulcher and to also raise and lower it. I did not want to do that. And I don't know why. Oh, I forgot how I mapped it. So it's mapped on the down position. Raisers and lowers. And if you put the rocker switch in this position, one of these, look at this one, opens and closes. So that'll give you an idea of what all can be done with the mapping. This button here, I believe, will start the engine. And stop the engine. I also have auto drive set up. Let me just show you a little bit about that. Now, right now I'm going to go ahead and drive this vehicle. So this is me driving the vehicle. And we're at the line and metal factory. And back here in the back, I've installed an iron ore conveyor belt and iron ore extractor, courtesy of Lando Knox. And we're going to open the cover. And start filling our trailer with iron ore. And now we can invoke auto drive by pressing down on this toggle switch here. So I'm not going to actually drive. I'm going to press on this, and auto drive is going to do all of the rest for me. No hands now. Look. The beauty of auto drive, as you will see here shortly. Auto drive can repeat a path and it can back up, which when you're dealing with a trailer like this, and if you don't have good backup skills, auto drive can make this a piece of cake for you, as you will shortly see. There you have the magic of auto drive. Let's see what else we have in our arsenal that might have some functions. Let's try this tractor here. And I believe that I have the toggle switch in this position, and these two buttons operate the controls on the Ford wagon. And this button here, when you press down, that will start the motors running. And this one will raise and lower the pickup. I suppose the same would go for, let me flip over here and jump into the harvester. And I believe, I could be mistaken. So that lever there raises and lowers the header and turns it on. And this position also does that same function. So that button and that lever will function the same. That's the way I've mapped it. Let's see what else we have. We've already shown you the Bobcat and these vehicles. Don't think there's any magic here. Well, this one has the auto load activated with this button. Let's go back to this one. And let's go over here and jump up into this vehicle. Actually, I can't show you that because I believe yeah, maybe I can. I have to undo the straps. I believe the straps. First of all, though, I've got to turn off super strength. That is off. That's fine. Okay. I got to figure out. There we go. All the straps were not strapped down. So yes, I can show you this. So again, we start this up. And this lever here, and this lever here. Kind of looks like it's strapped down, doesn't it? Something is strapped down. I believe the other straps are probably strapped. Anyhow, you can see that the levers work on the different pieces of equipment. Let's run through everything again, just make sure it didn't miss anything. Oh yeah, here's the Dozer. Again, pushing up, pushing down, this lever does nothing. And this does nothing. Nothing here. And nothing here. I think we've been through everything. This is all of the equipment that I have on my map. I don't have a button mapped for this function of the tanker, but I could easily map that function. I believe that is the Z key on the keyboard that opens a hatch, and I could map that to a function. So let's just do that so that you see how this works. And the way I do that is I go down to the keyboard settings and I look for the Z key to see where that one is mapped. And it looks like it's tool function number 4 under vehicle. So if we go to the gamepad and we go to the top and work our way down to vehicle and tool number 4, and let's just say that we want to map that to this lever right here. So that is now mapped to that lever. And if we save the controls, go back, and now we have that function mapped to that lever. So that's how the side panel that I designed works. So let me tell you a little bit about how it's wired. So on the circuit board, Arduino Leonardo, on the right hand side, if you're looking from the back of it, there are a total of 7, 8, there's 13 switches, and they're grouped in a group of 8 at the bottom, and those 8 at the bottom map to the levers, and the next group above that map to the up, down, up, down, up, down. So those 6 positions of this top row of switches. This switch and this rocker are mapped to A0 on the board, and this is only in the up position. And so A01, A1, A2, A3, A4, and A5. This one here is specifically mapped to the same function as this, so that I can keep it active all the time, because these buttons here are press and release, so they don't stay in their position. So I had to have a rocker for that. Now if you had toggle switches that stayed in the up position, you wouldn't need the rocker. But the rocker switch is specifically tied to this particular input on the board, the A0 input. And that allows the programming that I did in the joysticks to switch from one joystick to another. So as long as that is in this position, the joystick is a second position. Let's go ahead and show you how this works in Windows. And so I'm going to bring up a web browser for this. And I'm going to go to hardwaretester.com/gamepad. And as you can see here, my steering wheel, is mapped to one of the functions, but the Arduino Leonardo circuit board controller has two different mappings, two different joysticks. So if I go to joystick number 1 and I come over to my controller, you don't see anything happening because it's mapped to this controller. So now you see B0 being activated, B4 being activated, B2 or B1 activated, B2, B3. So 0 through 7 are mapped to this controller. Buttons, as you can see, are not mapped to this controller. So if we go over to this one, here's our starting position, 1, 2, 3. So B0, 1, and 2. And then up is 3, 4, 5. Again, this is A0. This is a special one. So you don't see that one mapped here. And then we have the next two positions, B6 and 7. And then we have our buttons down at the bottom. So the buttons are where are they? I don't see them. Oh, they must be over. I don't know why they're. Oh, they're on this. They're on this one. They're on this one. There we are. So that's 17, 18, and 19. And if you toggle the rocker switch, then this becomes 20, 21, and 22. So the wiring is actually pretty simple. And if anyone has a 3D printer, I will make the plans available for a very small fee. Like, just get a hold of me at my email address, which is modsbyredneck@gmail.com, and you can print out all of these plastic parts, and you'll need some 3mm screws to put everything together. And you'll need the toggle switches, which I get from Amazon, and the push buttons from Amazon. And inside the levers are little micro switches, which activate with the levers. And you can also get those from Amazon, and I'll give you a list of links where you can purchase all of those materials. The Arduino Leonardo board is what I use, but I believe the Arduino Uno is also available to do the same functions. And I believe the Uno has the bigger USB port that's more sturdy than those little micro USB that I'm using currently. So that's it from Redneck Modding. I hope you've enjoyed today's little tour. And this is how I use my Farm Simulator homemade side panel with my Farming Simulator game. That's it for Redneck Modding from Redneck Modding. And you all have a very good day, and we'll talk to you soon. You can test the side panel or any other joystick controllers at a website called hardwaretester.com/gamepad. As you can see here, I have a vibrating steering wheel. I also have player 2 is an Arduino Leonardo controller, and in player 3 is another Arduino Leonardo controller. And the buttons, which on the side panel, as you can see when I press down on the lever, player number 3 is active. So if I go over here to player number 3, I see that B8 is active right now. That's because the rocker switch is in the activated position, and if I turn it off, button number 0 is active with the rocker switch off. So you can test all of the functions by switching the controllers up here in hardwaretester.com. So if everything is working properly, you should see 2 controllers, and you can test all of the buttons here at hardwaretester.com. Thanks again for watching. This is Red from Redneck Modding.